Yo, what up, gamers? What's up, everyone? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome, everybody. Yeah, second stream today. I know I streamed way earlier today, and now I'm gonna stream again. So yeah, playing your own intro music live is top tier. Yo, that's how I do it. I've thought about adding like a starting soon screen, something a little bit more entertaining than just a static image. So maybe we'll do that on stream sometime. Maybe I'll make like a little HTML or terminal page or something. But like I kind of like just playing music like myself. I figure that's like the easiest way to do it. So yeah. I watched the YouTube VOD of day 2 last night, I thought. Last night might have actually just been when I was doing day 2. I don't remember. But I streamed day 3 earlier today. Today would be day 4, I guess. Or probably should put part, because it's the same day. Hi, Dave. Love your content. Sending love from Brazil. Yo, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. Yo. What up, dog? What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. The piano killed the stream. Nice. I don't think my stream is killed. I'm looking at the health of my stream. It looks fine. So if you're having issues, it might be on your end. Although you guys let me know if you're having issues with the stream. Everything on my end says it was fine. Dave, are you doing the East Coast thing where you don't turn on the window the window unit until July? I have a split, like a mini split right up there, and it cools the entire house down. But right now, yeah, it's not that hot, so I'm not worried about it. It's warm, but I like it warm, so I'm just comfortable with this temperature right now. Yeah, I caught part 2 last night after you ended stream, but I missed part 3. That's why I was confused. Gotcha. I streamed earlier today. Yeah, I streamed about probably 12 hours ago. Less than that. So I streamed a little bit earlier today, so you may have missed some stuff. Driving to Lowe's, love it. I'm more of a Home Depot guy myself, but I can respect that. All right, what do you guys say? Should we start writing some code? Or give it a couple minutes? Are we wrong? What are you talking about, man? What is that? What is that comment in reference to? Are we writing Rust? Yes, I'll be writing some Rust. Finishing up a project I started a couple days ago. Well, I don't know if I'll finish it, but we'll do, maybe at least a solid hour of work on it. Typo? Yeah, it's all good. Once you sent the second message, I figured that's just what it was. It's not too much trouble. Could we get like a 30-second recap? Yeah, I'll try to do that. Because I'll have to remind myself. But luckily, I do commits in terms of days. I'll just take a look at the previous commit. Introduction to piano stream? What do you want? Like we're actually teach piano? A driver so you can use your keyboard, the musical one to program with. I've thought about doing that. Here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you. I have no interest in doing that. I don't care about that. That doesn't like excite me. Because it would be a novelty. I would never actually use my musical keyboard to program with. I just can't see myself doing that. But the amount of people that want that and the way that that would probably blow up in the algorithm, like I wrote code on my musical keyboard or something and actually showed how to like write a driver or capture the MIDI events or something. It might be kind of cool. Game jam started on Twitch from another streamer. If you're interested, I'll dump the details in the Discord. Sure. I'm not personally interested in doing like a game jam, but if you think other people might be interested or people in the Discord, go ahead and share it. I love video games and stuff, and I would love to make a game one of these days, but I don't know if I could commit to a game jam. Games are so much work. Teach piano. When did you start playing piano? Oh my god, I don't know. I've played it like my entire life. I know it's like a lame answer, but like literally like my whole life. So I just kind of like mess around. I don't think about it. Like if I start playing a really tough riff, I have to kind of like start thinking about it. But I don't know. My fingers can just kind of do this, and I can just talk, and I don't know. I think we've done enough time. It's a 30-second to 1-minute WarioWare style minigame. Oh, that's cute. I like that idea. Even better, you should write an application that listens to the tone and feel the music you're playing to guide an agent to vibe code. I know you don't like the vibe code, but it'd be pretty cool. It'd be so... I don't know what I want to say about it. I do not like that idea. That's all I want to say about that. I definitely have some thoughts when it comes to vibe code and agentic coding or all that stuff that people do, but I don't know. I'd rather my music make humans feel something than guide a computer to do something. Although I would like it to, like having it like change colors and stuff would be kind of cool, but yeah, no, I don't need it to change the, I don't need it to code based on my music. I would hate that. It would do really well in the algorithm, but I don't know. I'll help if you want. No, thank you. I appreciate that, but no, thank you. I have no interest in vibe coding or AI stuff on this channel. Yo, what's up? Code with Quirk. I saw our TikToks. They're great. Insta sub. I assume you mean my TikToks, your TikToks. Yeah, that's awesome. Not many people find me through TikToks. That's pretty cool if you found me through TikTok. My TikTok has been between 50 to 60,000 followers for like years now. It is like absolutely stuck in the no growth zone. Whereas Instagram is over 250,000 followers. YouTube's over 100,000 subscribers. So I'd be curious where you guys all found me from. But this is kind of biased. If you guys are in my YouTube chat, you probably found me through YouTube, right? A keyboard really any different than Dvorak? Just map the keys to the keys? That'd be kind of funny. Just literally map the 26 keys. Like, that could be fun. Random logic. You completely changed the way I thought about this, actually. Yeah, because you could have 20, like, obviously 10 fingers, 26 keys. There's not exactly enough room, but I can bounce around. But then you could have modifier keys. So maybe if I hold like a C down, that would, like, because there's 26 letters in the alphabet. Imagine the keyboard only represented 13, and then I held down the letter C, and the other 13 make themselves known. So like I'd be playing chords or something. I'd basically be like reinventing like a steganographer? Is it stegonographer? I think it's stegonographer, right? But like the people in court that type really fast in their specialized keyboards. Sorry, if I wiggle my foot, there's this high-pitched noise that comes out of my chair. It's super annoying. Wow, just got like really bad luck with the resonant frequency there. Stenographer, that's it. Stenographer, thank you. I'd get there. No, I wouldn't have got there, actually. I gave up trying, so appreciate that. That's awesome. My intro to you was the first progress bar video, then watched your entire catalog. Yo, that's awesome. Yeah, that progress bar video was my first video that did really well. So, yeah. The MIDI adventure stream. Dude, it'd be kind of fun, actually. Like, I might think about that. That might be kind of fun. I kind of like that. Yeah, random logic. You opened it up for me. You're the first person who made me really think, like, oh, this could actually be, like, something. I never thought of something so simple as just mapping the keys. And then I could... Oh, but then you have to... If I want to do programming, I have to do braces and stuff. But there's not much else to add. And while you code, record whatever you're playing on the piano and hear it after. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Steganography is the skill art of hiding messages and images. Yeah. Oh, you know why? Because I was writing down notes earlier today. I was brainstorming for video ideas and actually doing steganography. I was thinking about doing a video like that where we take a JPEG file and we modify the bytes manually to hide data in it. And we kind of like do some data moshing or something. That could be kind of fun. Yes, this keyboard has one pedal, a sustain pedal. Technically, it's analog, like it's values between 0 and 127, but I just have a binary pedal of on or off. So, but yes, it does have a pedal. All right, let me catch up on YouTube because I've been, let me catch up on the YouTube comments. Hey man, I'm from Spain and your bash videos have helped me a lot. Just came here to say thank you. Yo, appreciate it. What a nice thing to say. That's awesome, dude. Welcome. I hate you, Dave. That's a great way to start a message. I would never ever want to code an event-driven logging microservice in Rust. I watch your streams and suddenly I'm thinking I should do that. This looks fun. You monster. Listen, if I can make people realize that programming is fun, like that's why we do it, then I'm doing my job. So that is awesome. So I'm happy to hear that, dude. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's dope. And I hope you do int to string. Pedal can switch you to special chars. Yeah. Yeah, even if the pedal, like, even if, oh yeah. Hold it down to turn it on, hold down different chords. There's something here. I kind of like this. Yo, what's up, Seekne? How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. All right, so we start writing some code. What do you guys say? Here we go. So I have this repo here for anyone curious, and I've streamed a couple different times. So we have event server.git. If we do a git log, we can see that there's day 1, day 2, and day 3. Now I called day 1 initial commit, but yeah, we have day 2 and day 3. So if I do a git show head, we should be able to see what we committed earlier today, which is day 3. Today would be day 4. Probably should have called it part 1, part 2, part 3. You're on the train on the way home? Oh man, that's awesome. I used to take a train home from work when I lived in San Francisco. That was so long ago. Now I'm a car guy. All right, let's do this. What do we have here? So what we did earlier today to catch people up is, first of all, I made a nice little to-do list in the README. So that'll be nice. We can just kind of scroll through that. We have we've made a CLI tool that allows us to post an event. Instead of having to use curl manually, we can use our CLI tool. It's completely bare bones. As you can see, it's literally right here. We just get the events. Actually, the CLI doesn't even let you post events. We literally just get the events and print them directly. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done in the CLI. Maybe we'll do that today. We turned the levels, which were just strings before, into an enum. So they have to be trace, debug, info, warn, or critical. We have a UUID using v7 and a timestamp using the time crate, but we use the same timestamp to generate the UUID. So that's kind of an upgrade there. There's not much else. We allow for an arbitrary JSON thing to be posted with the event. It's not mandatory, but you can put it there. We'll probably have to limit the post size on that because we don't want people blasting too much stuff, but you know, we can put all the rate limiting stuff on later. Oh, and we have a max event size. So we actually ended up turning this into a ring buffer. I talked about that. So instead of pushing the events on a vec that always grows, we push back onto a vec deck or, you know, a ring buffer. And then if we're above the max events that we're allowed, then we just pop off the front. So we just maintain a ring buffer of, right now we have it set to 5. That's just really low because it makes it easy to test. And that's about all we've done so far. So if you've never seen this, we can do a cargo run here. We can go over here. We can post a bunch of messages to it. And then we can get those messages back and you will see 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. There's nothing else because the last 5 events. What is happening on Twitch? Yo, Seekne is gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Dude, yo, appreciate it, man. That's awesome, dude. Heck yeah, Seekne, thank you for the gifted subs, man. That's legit. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, we got a little hype train for that. That's cute. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. If you want, use Utopia and OpenAI or Open API to generate the client layers. I have thought about that. I've never messed around with that, but it'd be really cool to do something like that. Yo, first time catching you live. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate it. Oh, you're back. What's up, Bad Cop? No, actually, Bad Cop, this isn't live. This is a pre-recorded stream. Love your bash scripting course. Yo. Appreciate it. Thank you. It's Utopia, not Utopia. Is it? Bad Cop, I never know if you're lying to me or not. All right, let's do some work here, though. Yo, what's up? Hello, guys. First live here? Dude, welcome. Welcome. Glad. And hey, if you're watching the stream, even though I haven't even started programming yet, if you're watching the stream and you like what you see on Twitch, go ahead and hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, you better be subscribed. So that's all I can say there. So if you're on Twitch, go please hit the follow button. If you're on YouTube, you better be subscribed, okay? You get 2 different energies from me. In this rare instance, I am truthing. I've used it. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, let's figure out what we want to do here. I think what I actually want to do here is look into the server sent events interface. So we had talked about this. Basically, I want to make a new endpoint here, which we already have it here. We have it. It's commented out. Event stream. I want to implement this endpoint, I think. So you'll be able to curl the event stream, and we will get an SSE, a server sent events, I think that's what it is, stream of the things as they come in. So we'll figure out exactly what that looks like, because we're going to need a lot of stuff here to make that work. We're going to need Tokyo broadcast channels, I believe, and we may have to wrap it in a stream. I did a little bit of mining off camera, and I just basically did a little bit of research into whatever that's called. Axum. Axum has an SSE module that I searched for. So we'll take a look. SSE is amazing. Axum has it built in. Hey, yes, you are. Yeah, 100%, man. Yes. So I'm new to Axum, but I did a little bit of searching. I just searched for SSE, and it was just there in the docs. I was like, oh, this is legit. Because I've done it by hand before, but having it built in would be sick. Because my end goal to all of this is that magic mirror back there will be able to show live events that come into my house. So SSE, because that's all written in HTML and JavaScript, having SSE would be awesome. I'll return to my regularly scheduled lies now. Dave is 4'11". Bad cop, you just wait till you meet me in real life and you find out I actually am 4'11". It's going to be dope. You're going to love it. Bad copy. Built-in SSE. I've never seen any framework that has SSE built in. Are there other web frameworks? Are there other frameworks to build websites in certain programming languages? Like, I'm not aware of any of these. Are there other like web frameworks or something? I knew it. I was waiting for you to say it. I was absolutely waiting for you to say it. The moment I read it, I was like, oh man, I wonder what framework it is. The only SSE I know is the x86 extension. I'm not even kidding. When I first heard about SSE, that's actually what I thought it was. Like, literally, that's what I thought it was. I didn't realize. Because I had just done new line separated JSON. I had basically invented SSE without knowing what it was. So I invented it, slightly worse. So let's go ahead and get this working somehow. Now, I figure we're going to do this in 2 steps. We will get the endpoint working. It will stream something. It won't be meaningful, but it will stream something regularly, continuously. Once we get that done, then we will wire it up to the event subsystem so we can actually have events get fired off directly through this. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull up the documentation. This is the Axum documentation. So this is the web framework that we're using, which is basically bash stack, but for Rust. I ate so much Chipotle. Yo, welcome. That's what a wild sentence. I actually just ate so much Domino's pizza, dude. I'm so full, actually. All right. Back on track. You guys are distracting me. You know how hard it is to code something on stream when I want to read everyone's comments? It makes it very difficult. All right, so I think we're going to copy some of this bad boy over into our stuff. So I'm going to, let's share the terminal. And then I'm just going to copy all of that exactly. And we're going to deal with the compiler errors as they come up. That's my plan here. So we'll call this get event stream like that. It'll take this. Okay. And then we'll go and add it to the main method down here, where we can add event stream to get event stream. Now this is going to fail because there's going to be a lot of things I haven't actually pulled in, but that is okay. So we have a lot of stuff here. So let's go up here and grab all of these that it wants. There's going to be some duplicates here, but let's just grab every single thing that it actually wants, and we can kind of get rid of some of the duplicates as we deal with it. So we don't need that. We don't need that. We do need all of the SSE stuff. So that makes sense. Standard time duration, convert infallible. We'll probably have to mess around and figure out exactly what's being used there. Do you just need this? Tokyo stream and future util? Okay, sure. Let's cargo build that. Let's cargo format, actually. Will this work? Okay, cool. Yo, Domino's is mid? I agree. I agree. It's not that great. I just wanted it. Dude, yeah. Dude, it's tough having to ignore the chat sometimes. I like you guys, but sometimes you guys are just... Sometimes you guys are here just to distract me. So, dude, but Domino's is kind of mid. But I like, you know, I like it. So... Yeah, there's like... Dude, sometimes I want the chain pizza. I want a Domino's or a Pizza Hut or something. Maybe even like a Jets pizza. But other times I just want pizzeria style pizza, and like you gotta go to a local place for that. Dude, Jet's mad good. We never used to have one. I would always get it when I'd be like in Florida or whatever, but dude, Jet's is mad good. What, do you have 10 missing field errors? Yo, I don't know. Think I'm looking at the code? Come on. Seek, Nate, it's like it's just like a chain place, like they do like a deep dish. I think they call it Detroit style or whatever style pizza. It's a loud car. Little Caesars, cheap and decent. Yeah, yeah, dude, Little Caesars mad good. Jets is like better Little Caesars, and I don't mean that like it tastes better. I just mean like it's probably fancier. You just had Little Caesars like an hour ago, dude. That's awesome. Love it. All right, let's go up here. I got a free slice of pizza earlier today, actually. I got a free Diet Coke, a free slice of pizza, and a free little stupid $20 gift at the casino because I gambled too much and they give me free stuff, which was awesome. And I broke even money-wise, so really, it was just a fun trip. Event re-imported here. Oh, yeah. So we have a duplicate name problem. We pull an SSE event and we have event server event. Where are we using the SSE event? We're using it down here. So let's do this as SSE event. There we go. We'll avoid duplicating names there. We'll probably change it, but for now, it's fine. Yo, Flume, thank you for the Prime subscription, dude. Appreciate it. That's awesome. Did you like Chuck E. Cheese as a kid? Dude, absolutely, man. That pizza was so good. Oh, my God. Futures Util. Now, is that a crate I have to pull in? And Tokyo Underbar Stream? Are those two crates that I have to pull in? Like, let me test real quick. Check if they have been re-exported by Tokyo. Yeah, they may have been. Does Tokyo re-export those? Should I be using them for I mean, if they're pulled in, they're just pulled in, but let's see. Can we talk about how In-N-Out is not good? Listen, man. You can go make some enemies in the chat if you want to. I'm fine with that. I agree with you, but... Yeah, if you want to make some enemies, that's fine. But yeah, I remember when I lived out on the West Coast for a while and everyone loved In-N-Out, and I was like, I don't understand the hype. Okay, but why does Arby's exist? What an amazing chat I have going on. Hey, this seems right. This compiled. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm reading your messages, and this just actually compiled. So I pulled in that code from the example. Let's go ahead and curl localhost 3000 event stream. And it dies right away. Is there some trick to this to keep it open? Method not allowed. What did I do wrong? I put post there. Yep. This should be get. Let's go here. Hey, look at this. That's beautiful. We're getting it. That's incredible. We have streaming data now. That is so cool. I'm trying to think of... No, I'm prematurely optimizing. We'll worry about where we serialize it in the pipeline later. No, do it in Bash. Listen, if you want to rewrite this for Bash, go for it. You wish you had it out in Spain so you could at least try it? Yeah, it's you're not missing much. Content negotiation on the accept header. Oh yeah. Let's worry about that later. All right, what do we got here? So what I want to do now is actually have it spit out meaningful data. So we have this. We have a stream that repeats an event every second. That's fine. We're using stream repeat with this event, SSE event. Okay, let me look at that because I want to study what that actually does here. It's the response SSE. It's event inside the SSE documentation. So let's pull it up here. There should be an event here. Event has a .data. Okay. New lines in data will automatically be broken across data fields. Can I just give... Oh, JSON data. Okay, perfect. We may change this. We'll see. Let me try some... Let me mess around with this for a little bit and we'll see what we can actually do here. Because we're repeating with this. SSE event defaults JSON data. And then that takes a T. Can I do this? What kind of JSON does it expect? Like, could I do Saturday JSON, JSON, foo, bar? No idea if that'll work. Expected result event. God, result. Oh, yeah, look at this. JSON returns a result and doesn't just automatically work. This one's panics if it's... Okay, interesting. Okay. Curious. This might be the wrong way to do it, but kind of curious what happens here. Oh, I'm unwrapping the wrong thing. There we go. So now if I go over here, we run this. Okay, cool. That works. That's beautiful. So we can give it a JSON object and then it serializes it. Beautiful. Awesome. Let me catch up on chat over here. Todd, you're good, Signe. It's all good. I've gotten to the point now, in the last 5 minutes, I've gone through a lot of growth, where if I'm getting distracted, I'm just going to ignore chat. You guys can fend for yourself. Who is Jason and why is he in all my programs? It's Jason Alexander. He's from Seinfeld. You're too young. Dave, do you have a Vim course planned? Planned as in I want to make one, but no actual planning has gone into it. Right now I'm focusing on more important things, which is summer and relaxing. Can you make an IRC course? Listen. I bet you could actually. How could this fail? I don't even know how this could fail. All right, so let's figure out how to do this differently because we want the events we want to spit out are the new events that we receive as we receive them. So we're going to need to do things slightly differently. We're going to make a broadcast channel. This is how we're going to pull this off. So Tokyo has these things called broadcast, and you can make a broadcast channel, and you can send like objects through it. This sets it to a max of like 16, so it'll queue up like 16, I think, before it starts rejecting them. But yeah, look at this. You get a transmitter and you get a receiver, and you can get a second receiver or third or fourth by subscribing to it. So we can send objects there, and then you can spawn these multiple like receivers or whatever. So this should be good. So we'll be able to do something like this. We'll have to make a transmitter and store that in the application state, so every request will have access to the transmitter. It won't use it. It will subscribe to the transmitter, get the receiver, and then listen on the receiver. That's what needs to happen here. So we'll do that. Dude, it's the summer of George. Absolutely, dude. That's what this is. It is truly the summer of George. Oh, man. Will you keep this going for some episodes? We're going to go until this is done. So, yeah. I will be keeping this going. All right. So let's do this. Let's go down to the application state where we make a new shared state. We have our events and our config. So we have our events here. We have our config here. We need something else. We need a config, events, and the event transmitter. Probably need a better name for this. But this will be our broadcast channel for our event transmitter. What type is this? What does it return? What does broadcast channel return? Channel is a function, and it returns a sender and a receiver. So we are going to store the sender, which seems counterintuitive, but we need to store the Tokyo sync broadcast receiver. I know you guys can't see this. I'm just looking at the docs over here. Awesome. Have fun, guys. For now, I need some sleep. Yo, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Bro is cloning the entire config. Not going to make it. Dude, so true. TX is probably sender. No, you do tx.send and rx.receive. Yes, yes. We are using the transmitter here. We're storing the transmitter because you call subscribe on it. So every new request can call subscribe on the transmitter, which will give it a receiver. Dude, clone is not bad. Clone doesn't necessarily mean that you're malloc-ing and making new data. Like, clone could be extremely shallow. You could be cloning an automatic reference counting like thing. Like it can be incredibly shallow or dense. That's kind of what is great about clone. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, even with copy. Yeah, okay, we got to give it something here. So the receiver will receive events. Now the compiler will know the actual size. Missing TXO because we don't actually... Okay. Oh, but cloning it could be a problem. We might have to wrap the whole thing in an automatic reference counter. Mutex, read-write lock. This could be annoying. Yeah, we have to store the transmitter too. Yes, exactly, because we need when we post a new event, we need something to transmit it. Yep, so I'm just going to store a transmitter, and then we'll grab receivers off of it as we need to. But I think it's not happy with me because we're trying to call clone in the whole entire config, so... I'm looking at this, though. It requires the type has clone, but it itself is not clone. The other channels do support cloning. What other channels? Sender can be cloned to send to the same channel from multiple points in the process, or it can be used concurrently from an arc. Yeah. Okay, this makes sense. Me when I'm not send sync. All right, let me study this error message. Store the transmitter, not the receiver. Oh, yeah. Why did I write receiver? I want to store the transmitter. I'm literally calling it TX, and I wrote receiver. There we go. Okay. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. I'm dumb. I literally called it TX, but I was storing the wrong data type. So, Golang solves this. Mods, get her out of here. All right, so we have that. Now we have to actually store it down here. So in order to do that, we will make a new broadcast channel. I'm going to pull this directly from the docs. There we go. And they are pulling in Tokyo sync broadcast. Okay. 16, I mean, this is just arbitrary right now. So, to do 16? LOL, sure. Like, who knows? We have a transmitter and receiver. We need to store the transmitter, and we don't actually care about the receiver, so we can just do this for now. If we don't have a receiver open... Dir full of FIFOs. Dude, true. If we don't have a receiver open, we get an error, right? If all receiver handles are dropped, the send method will return a send... Oh, no, this is not a problem. This is not a problem. I'm being stupid. Yes, this would have been a problem, but this main method never exits. This main method literally never exits. In fact, we should say that this returns an exclamation mark, so it'll throw an... Like, this, we're basically telling it that, hey, this function will never exit. So because it never exits, we can store this as Rx. And as long as we just store it, then we just have it forever. So there we go. Am I wrong? Doesn't that mean that this doesn't exit? Or did I get the syntax wrong? Does it not know that this runs for... How do I instruct it that like literally like, do I have to do this? Do I just have to put that down here? Exclamation mark is for if it panics. Are you sure? I thought that this just is a way to instruct that a function never exits in Rust. It means that point is unreachable. Right, yeah, I think this means like this function will never return, right? I could be wrong here, but I think putting this means this function will never return. So when I put unreachable down here, it's happy, yeah. So I can just say HTTP server died. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, unreachable will panic. Good, it should, yeah. All right. So we have our transmitter stored. We have one receive handle here. Currently, we only have one receive handle, and it will last forever. So that's good. We will always have one receiver, and we're never actually going to use this receiver. Will that be a problem? Do we need to just make something consume that one all the time? Probably not. The sender will probably throw them out if the receiver backs up, right? We'll do a lot of testing, so I'm not too worried about this. Okay, so we have one receiver and one transmitter. The transmitter is in the shared state. So now when we post a new event, we should transmit that we have posted an event. Cool. Write the event to our internal ring buffer. Okay. Create a new event. Write the event to our internal ring buffer. Broadcast the new event exists. Okay. Okay. Do you have the tower panic catcher? What is that? Okay. Broadcast the new event. We need to get a handle to, we have state.tx broadcast. Wait, what is it? .send, right? Oh, if we send the event, do we have to clone it? I mean, we do have clone on it, so that's fine. Not text. Okay, cool. What does send return then? We'll have to look at that because it's yelling that I'm just not using a variable here. So what does the send function actually return? The sender will have a send function on it. And it returns a result. And the result, on success, the number of subscribe receiver handles is returned. Oh, cool. Interesting. Okay. But it's actually a result. Okay, so it can actually have a send error. We're going to just put a whole bunch of unwraps here, but like that's fine. Okay. Beautiful. It compiles. Nice. Cool. Let's go over here and let's give it a new event. We'll give it 10 new events here. And they worked. Broadcasted new event to one subscriber, to one subscriber, to one subscriber. That's beautiful because we have that one subscriber. It's not technically reading them. So what happens when you hit 16 actually? Does it? Probably just drops them, right? Yeah. So if that one subscriber that we had were to suddenly start calling receive on them, it would only get 16 and not the 30 that we put there. So yeah, let's go, dude. This is huge. This is huge. Okay. This isn't that scary. This is fine. Look at this. Easy. Cargo format. Cargo clippy. Why don't you have the functions return a result of JSON because it can error? I'll have to figure that out because those functions are directly handled by Axum, so I'll have to see how it handles errors. Probably handles them just fine, I'd have to imagine. But yeah, right now I'm just getting things working, so there's going to be a lot of unwraps and expects. Once this code is all finalized, we'll go through and we will make sure there are no unwraps, there are no expects, unless it makes sense to have them, but I'll make sure that we're doing proper error checking everywhere. This is just to get things working and off the ground. Yeah, dude, Tokyo's awesome. Rust is awesome. Cool. We broadcast that event. Let's go and hook that event listener up here. So create a new event receiver. So we have the state. We can do state.tx.subscribe. We need to make this like that. Rx equals this. So I think that will work. Let me do this real quick. And we'll just put the to-do macro here. Well, it'd help if I spelled subscribe correctly, wouldn't it? Cannot infer type. Oh, is it not like that I'm... Yeah, okay. I see what's happening here. Needs to return something. We need to make a stream here for it to return. I need to learn Rust, see no exception handling, have no clue why. Dude, I love Rust, man. Rust is great. All right, now we need to turn this. We have a broadcast channel. We need to turn the broadcast channel into a stream. Because this thing expects a stream, which is different than what the channel returns. I've done this before in the past. We've had to convert from events to streams. I remember doing this in Node.js, but Rust has like similar things. I think Tokyo has similar things. I want to say there's something that wraps one thing in another. So it probably is going to be here. We just have to figure out like where it actually is. Because broadcast is, there's a lot of stuff here. Broadcast as channel, weak sender, sender, and receiver. Let me do this real quick. Isn't there like a broadcast channels 2 stream or something? I think there's something that does that. I can't imagine that this is something that that other people don't need. Let me look real quick. It might be in Tokyo Stream. It might be in Futures Util. I'm guessing Tokyo Stream. That sounds like almost exactly what we're looking for, right? Where do we use Tokyo Stream? We use Tokyo Stream for this Stream EXT. Okay, so I'm guessing that adds stuff to Stream. Let's go ahead and pull that up. So, how do we search here, right? Tokyo Stream. Nice. And then what do we have down here? Stream, an extension trait for Stream Trait that provides a variety of convenient combinator functions. Okay, cute. What else do we have? Does it have a server stream? There's going to be a lot, right? Channel. Broadcast. Broadcast stream. This has to be it, right? A wrapper around the receiver that implements stream. That's exactly what we want. That's literally all we want. Perfect. Like, that's actually what we want. You just do broadcast stream new and you wrap it around the thing. That's it. That's it. So easy. Okay, cool. And by so easy, I mean, wow, I hope this works. We have this as that, and we will do, I'm looking at the other monitor right now. This has, let's do it on its own line. Wrappers, broadcast, stream. There we go. There we go. So now we have a new stream that is wrapped around it. So if we use the existing code, like that's it. Stream, repeat with, map okay, throttle that. I don't think we need any of that stuff. Now, there's probably going to be more that we have to put in here, but like, because this doesn't seem like it would be enough, you know what I mean? Something's going to break. This isn't going to work. No broadcast stream in wrappers. Tokyo stream, wrappers, broadcast stream. Well, according to the documentation here, it is there, so we'll have to figure that out. Let me pause. Catch up on chat. Cargo. Oh, is it a feature? How fun. Yeah, good call. Available on crate feature sync only. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab that feature. Tokyo stream. Yeah. Cool. Different error. Oh my god, I'm actually catching a live stream and watching you for months. Yo, appreciate it. Thank you for being such a dedicated fan, and I'm glad you're here checking out the stream. That's awesome. I think I'm gonna need another drink. What do you guys think? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab a drink. Give me 2 minutes. Yo, what up, gamers? You think we should take a little piano break here? We could do a little piano break. Gonna take the opportunity to thank you for your amazing, free, several-hour-long Bash course. Highest quality Bash course online, in my opinion. You could have sold that for many dollars a pop, and instead you chose to give it away to the community for free. That's big. Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that, dude. I appreciate it so much. Because, like, I thought about selling it, absolutely. And I mean, technically it is for sale. If you want to drop 10 bucks on it USD, you can, you get the download of it. But have you gone to the website? Have you guys seen how I've implemented the download feature for it? Because it's kind of funny. So actually, I'm going to show you guys because it's hilarious. I don't know how many of you guys have seen it. Here's the website for my complete Bash scripting course. And you can see, watch on YouTube, full video or playlist now. There is a playlist version because some people like that. Here's the purchase. It's completely free and available as a YouTube video. If you would like to support the content, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, joining the Patreon, making a one-time purchase, donating. You can buy this course if you would like to receive a DRM-free MP4 file of the video. You're free to make as many personal copies as you like and play it on any of your devices. Please not share or distribute this video. Don't re-upload anywhere, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, if you've already paid, you can get your download link here. Have you guys seen it? Click it. Look at this. This advanced download system uses the honor system. So please make sure you've paid before downloading the file, and then I just give you a download to the MP4 link, or I even show you how to download it on your terminal. So, yeah. I was proud of that system. I think it's good. So, yeah, dude, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy the course. I'm glad you get something out of it. I think that's super cool. I have future stuff in the works. Vim course, C course, Linux. I want to do all this stuff that they're not even close to being done. They're not realized. Don't hold your breath for them. I was thinking about making them paid courses now that I don't have a job and I'm going to try and turn this into my primary source of income. But there's still that part of me that's just like, just make it free, man. Just make it free. Who cares? But like, I kind of have to start caring if I, want to have money. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But the Bash course, always going to be free no matter what. So, yeah, I thought it was pretty hilarious, dude. I liked it. I absolutely love the just bash, not sh attitude in the series. Yeah, dude, if you're doing bash, like, I'm going to teach you bash. I'll explain the differences as best as I possibly can, but there are people who watch bash scripts or bash courses and they're like, why aren't you talking about POSIX stuff? Like, this won't work in the POSIX shell. It's like, yeah, duh. I wouldn't watch a C++ course and be upset that the stuff wouldn't work in C. Like, it's a superset, and even then, there's still some differences that make it actually incompatible. C and C++ might have been the worst example to use there. But anyways, yeah. All right, let's jump back into it. So what's our issue here? Expected result event this, found result event this. Am I crazy? Or do those look like the same thing? Unless one of these is the SSE event and one of these is my internal event, but I don't think that would be the case. Well, it might be the case here, actually. Can I do this? Let me clear the whole screen. Wow, that's a lot of errors. Okay. I'm wondering if I have to go into this and handle the error messages myself or handle the translation. Do you think I have to like filter over it? Because it might have to be an SSE event. Yeah. You have to convert them to the JSON call? Yeah. Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. Let's go look at the broadcast stream. I don't have my terminal up, or I had my terminal up. Got the broadcast stream here, new, and it creates a receiver over T, but this is a broadcast receiver. Hold on, wait. This is the broadcast stream, right? It has new. It takes a receiver and it returns self. And this is a stream now. So it has a bunch of the internal functions that a stream has. One of them has to be useful to us, right? Yep, from format, size hint, pull next. Yeah, it's all basic stream stuff. There should be a map, I think. Yeah, I wonder if there's like a map or a filter. Where would that be though? Because it wouldn't be. It would be derived or be some sort of implementation, right? It's at the top for the stream trait. Trait implementation stream. Okay. A wraparound that implements stream. Yeah, good call. Good call. Stream. What does stream give me? Pull next. Size hint. It's gotta be an easier way to see all this, right? Like here, ready? I'm gonna test your hypothesis real quick. Oh, you can't see what I just did. I'm gonna test your hypothesis real quick. Here's what I did. I put dot map open and close right after this, just to see what error message it gives me. Argument number 1 is missing. Yeah, so it has a map function. It has a map function on it, absolutely. Where is that? Where's the documentation for that? It's part of stream ext. Oh my god, this is my new favorite way of developing. Chat-driven development. Thank you, man. I appreciate this. And stream ext was here. This is hilarious. Oh yeah, look at this. Okay. Okay. Dropped you a Ko-Fi. Dropped you a dono on Ko-Fi for the course. All the other content, your general cool added toward stuff like this. Dude, appreciate it. Thank you so much. I don't have I don't have donation alerts on my stream. I really should do that because I would hate to I have to pull out my phone to see. But I want to give you a nice little shout out, so I'll pull that up. Unless you don't want me to pull it up on stream, you let me know right now. I won't say anything about the donation if you don't want to. But I do have to, I would love to pull up and see what people are donating on the Ko-Fi. I want to give you recognition in the stream, so that's what I'm trying to say. Map is probably not a method within stream nor broadcast. Yeah, stream ext. That's the, yeah. So we're going to have a lot of fun here. Yeah, what's up, Andrew? How you doing? Good evening. That's why I think Rust without an LSP is just a big headache. It's a generic chasing all the way. Yeah, this might be the one language that actually I consider using an LSP just for type mangling. I normally don't get down with it, but the types are just so gnarly. All right. So I have to log into my Ko-Fi, and this is a crazy process. Let me pull this up. Let me get this app. Let me get the 2-factor authentication code. Don't share this with anyone. 127. I'm just joking. I made up those numbers. Let's figure out how to do this stupid website. No, Ko-Fi's great. I'm giving it a hard time. I just wish they had a native app. I have to go through the website to do it. Here we go. Melurin or Melurin, let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, has bought you a coffee for the bash course. Your banging attitude and all the amazing content you make available. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. That is a $50 donation, by the way, 50 USD. That is 5 times more than the course actually costs. So go download it 5 times. You've earned it. No, seriously, that's a huge donation, man, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I got to get donation alerts set up on stream because I know some people would like to donate and they don't want to use Twitch bits or super chats or whatever. And I totally understand that. But thank you so much, dude. That's huge. That's huge. A $50 donation is no joke. That's some serious cash. So I appreciate it so much, man. Thank you. That's amazing. That's awesome. Outside of the type stuff, how you liking Rust? Dude, I love Rust. I've been writing Rust for 7 years. No, I started learning Rust in 2021, 2020, somewhere around there. I love it. I think it's a great language. Super fun. Rust Analyzer is pretty smooth to get started with. Rust provides out of the box. You just need to set up your IDE. I should probably do that. Just having very basic stuff. Like if I wrote out the dot map function, or if I could see all the functions, then figure out where they came from, that'd be super nice, I think. Anything that uses async read Tokyo or async write Tokyo or stream Tokyo stream, maybe the IO stuff and yeah. So okay, so they're all over the place. Gotcha. All right. So what do we need to do here? We probably need to map it. We might need filter map. Probably don't need filter map. Filter map's cool. I like that filter map as a thing. Map. Map the stream's items to a different type, returning a new stream of the resulting type. Perfect. This is exactly what we need, and it just takes a little function. Okay, simple, simple. Nice, nice. Not a fan myself, but if you like it, enjoy it, it's a good language for you. Yeah, I think it's a great language. I'm having a ton of fun with it. Super fast, super performant. Working with the compiler is a dream. I just love the error message it gives you. They're really useful. They're really helpful. All right. So now we need to map it. So we can do this. So we have an event, and we need to map it to some other type of event. Now, of course, I deleted all that code there. So let's go ahead and git show head, so we can see what that code is that I deleted. When do we commit that? Git diff. Wait, GD. Yeah, I have a git diff wrapper that I use that hides the lock files. So that's what I'm using here. So we can just get this without actually showing the lock file. Oh, I didn't commit the original code, so I have to go back to the SSE stuff and grab it from the website. How fun. Here it is. Yeah, stream, repeat with this event. Yeah, we have to make a new SSE event and then call JSON data on it. Map okay? Interesting. I'll have to figure out if that makes sense. But for now, this makes perfect sense. So let's do that. Let's see what we can do. I mean, let's just work. Let's just see. Yeah, I've been meaning to check out Zig. A lot of people say Zig is cool. Yeah, for me, the error messages are just so nice. And I really like the error handling, the idea of just like result and being able to unwrap it or return it quickly with like a question mark. I think that's really cool. It promotes a lot of the like early return style programming, which I really, really like. Function associated. Oh, right. Hold on. I can't just call it event. It has to be SSE event. The serialization is fallible. Yes, good call. I'll have to deal with that. Expected a result event, found event. Because we have to do data. Oh, there's so much we have to do here. What do we have to do here? This returns a result of SSE event. Expected result event stream found event. Yes, this doesn't have this. It expects a result here, but it's not actually getting one. Zig's error handling is pretty similar. You can either just directly return the error on rapid or parse or whatever. That's cool. That seems like more modern languages are kind of going towards that route, which is really neat. Odin, something pretty cool. I've seen a lot of people doing like a lot of raylib with Odin, which I definitely think is super neat. Did you know that when types are getting... Yeah, I've done like cargo build or something and it fails, and it just like tells me to get the full type name in a text file, which I was like, oh, that's wild. What's the beverage of choice? Zero sugar mug root beer. Firing it in there, man. We're firing it in there on a mug root beer. All right, let me think. Data is not fallible, so that's why you map it to OK in their example. Yeah. That's exactly what you're drinking right now? Dude, that's awesome, man. Respect. Yeah. So it does have to be in the form of a result. Well, the good news is we can kind of cheat, right? Because Axum had a JSON thing. For SSE, we had data, and then we had data JSON, right? Or JSON underbar data, which is a result. So I wonder if that may help us out here. We have to figure that out. But then we have to actually give it a JSON thing here, which would be Saturday JSON. Can you guys hear that? Something's wrong with my toilet's plumbing. It slowly loses water, and then it fills back up, and that's what it sounds like. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It sounds horrendous. So I'll be fixing that eventually. Is it to value? I'm making up function names right now. This could be wrong. This everything I wrote could just be completely wrong. Although, wait, no, it's just a T, right? It could just be anything. I think it could be anything, right? I think I'm overcomplicating this. The trait serialize is not implemented for broadcast stream receiver. I called it E, and this is E right here. So I'm expecting that to be the event itself, which it is not. I have to look at their examples then. All right, I'll catch up on chat, and I'll have to jump back into this. Probably a leak in the seal. Yeah, it's happened before. This house is just a nightmare. You like watching the process? Hey, I'm glad. I'm happy to hear it. Stream where chat fixes the toilet. Dude, it'd be kind of fun, honestly. All right, what was I going to do? I'm losing steam here, so I'll probably call stream soon, but let's go ahead and get this figured out. I feel like this would be fun. Fun stopping edition then. Filter out the receive errors. Oh, That's interesting. Because this... Can I just unwrap this? Expected result of event and available. Found a result of event and error. Yeah, so we probably have to get rid of the error messages and then rewrap them in something else that makes sense. So like... Where was that? I don't remember where. I'm losing track of all the documentation now. There's just too much of it. It might have to be filter map. But that doesn't make sense. Something I don't know. I'm my brain's stupid right now. I'm not processing what I'm reading. Yeah, what is this thing that we're getting? We have a map. I feel like this should work unless it's just the types that are wrong. Like, do I have to do this? Found result. Oh, it's filter. Yeah. Well, the error message makes a lot more sense. Expected infallible found the Axum error directly. So that is not what we want here. Short video of me demonstrating Rust Analyzer. I will check that out, but I will check that out off of stream. Let me just write that down. Can you just get a subscriber error? Like, is that all it is? Like, is that all it is? Like, could this just be an error? Like, hold on, let me try this. Because it wouldn't just be that. Yeah, we're just getting the Axum error, which is not what we want because the SSE event does that. So we have to like wrap it in our own type. We basically have to do this. Like, right? Yeah, okay. That's kind of gnarly. We can figure out that later. Let's get rid of this because we don't need it anymore. Okay. You have to unwrap it, then wrap it in OK again. Yeah. I guess you could use a filter map here. But what are we doing? So we grab we call receive on the broadcast channel, which can fail. So we unwrap it here. Then we have to turn it into this using JSON data, which can also fail. It almost makes me think like we should serialize the data once and then send it to all the broadcast channels. I don't care. For now, it's fine. But yeah, so these things can fail in multiple fun ways. But we have something that compiles. So cargo run. There we go. Now we go over here. We're going to need another terminal. You ready for this? We're going to go open up another terminal here. Localhost 3000 event stream. Let's view it with the headers. There we go. So this should be a stream, right? So if I go over to this middle terminal, we're going to post, let's just post 3 new events. There we go. Let's go over here. Look at that. We have 3 events here. We have 3 events sent over SSE. Wow. Took a long time to get here, boys, but we did it. Wow, how funny. How actually funny. That's crazy. So, huge. That's huge. That's actually huge. I'm not, like, I'm just tired. I don't mean to be downplaying this. Broadcast a new event to 2 subscribers. That's cool. Actually, yeah, let's do this. What is this colon? Oh, does it send keep alives? Well, I did add keep alive to it. Is that a keep alive thing? Is that what that is? Huh. Interesting. So if I open up another one of these, curl localhost 3000 event stream, now we should have 3 subscribers open, right? So if I run this, sent event to 3 subscribers. What if I close these 2 down? Now we should go back to 1 subscriber, right? Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Can I show you how easy this is to write in bash tag? Yeah, sure. Do you have a version ready for me? Oh my God. That's so funny, dude. Okay. Huge. Huge. That is actually huge. Like, I'm not trying to downplay this. I'm just tired. That is actually, I'm stoked. This is really, really cool. We have done some good progress here. Wow. Awesome. Cool. Let me go to the README real quick and add this to my list of to do. Remove all unwrap and expect where appropriate, because we are leaning on those heavily. I think Cargo Clippy will yell at me actually for using foo as a variable name. Yeah, it does. How funny is that? All right. Cool. Wow. This is actually huge. We are sending data between things. That is really, really cool. So now what I want to do here, we run our hyper app with Axum serve. That's great. But we should also, to do, set up a Tokyo task to receive new events and log them, and optionally fork exec a new program with them. So that's another thing I want to do, is I want to set up another task that runs here, that always runs, that always listens for new events. So when we get a new event, we can log it in a nice, easy way. I mean, we'll put logging where it matters, but we can optionally fork and exec a program with information about the event if the user wants that, if they configure this program to support that. So, yeah. Post event and it goes to all the subscribers? Yes, exactly. If someone posts an event, I want all subscribers to be able to get it and emit that. So that's why, like, if we curl that one endpoint, we get that data. We can see the new event comes in. Yeah, I don't really want to do this right now. Or do I? It's the easiest way to spawn a new Tokyo task. There were examples of it, right? Actually, wait, hold on. What else does SSE have? We have a data field. We have a JSON data. What is event? Is that the event's name? Oh. You can actually give it your own event name. That's cute. So we could do like diagnostic stuff. I guess we could do something like that. Ah, this is cute. Okay. I'll have to learn more about SSE. We can give the event an ID? Can we do this? Hold on. Yeah, there's some retry stuff. There's I haven't given SSE enough credit. It seems like there's a lot more than I've realized. Can we do e dot ID e dot ID? It's my yell me. Oh, it's because that can fail. I can't turn that into a string. Yeah, of course I can. It's a UUID. Okay, now we have an ID field. What does that do? Very curious. Let's set up a subscriber. Let's go over here. Let's post new events. Oh, wow. They actually have an ID field. That's cool. So we can give the UUID as its ID. At least we can do that. That's cool. That's really cool. So now we have IDs here. So at least there is a purpose for the ID being there. It's duplicated in the payload, but who cares? Yeah, we'll have to look into the retry stuff. Sets the event's retry timeout field. This sets how long clients will wait before reconnecting if they are disconnected from the SSE endpoint. Note that this is just a hint. Clients are free to wait longer if they wish, such as if they implement an exponential backoff. Oh, yeah, that's fine. And we have a comment. You can actually just leave like comments and stuff. That's, wow, there's way more here than I had realized. Not much more, but yeah. Okay, cool. What's this for actually? This is just gonna be an internal service for my house. So all my servers and all my services that I run can post like arbitrary events. So think like when my garage door opens, if I get an alert that my server goes down, if I get an alert that a backup finishes, things like that. I can have them alert this service, and then this service can optionally do things like text my phone or let me know that. We haven't gotten to that part yet, but this is just an ephemeral like event store. Oh my god, my back is killing me. Oh, did you hear all that crack? Oof. Get ready for this one. Oh. I don't know if the UUIDs would ever duplicate. I don't think there's a chance of that. Yeah, think of it as house-wide toast notifications. And this smart mirror that I have over here where I'm pointing to, it's going to show me like the last X events and update them in real time. So that's going to be super cool. How long have you been writing Rust? Well, I've been live for an hour and a half. I don't know, probably 5-6 years, realistically. So I know, it's embarrassing how little I know. Yeah, it definitely seems like it's possible to have a collision. I don't know if I care. If I ever do run into a collision, like, I might just swap back to UUID v4. I don't know if v7 actually gets me anything here. I was bullied into it by Stream. Let's just do one more thing real quick. Because we can implement one more thing. There was an example of a Tokyo task that I wanted to steal. Make a task. Just want to make a simple Tokyo task. What's a blocking task? Well, I know what a blocking task is. It's not what I want. There we go. Yep, so now this can take this. And we can do a rx dot receive. Is there a way to like loop this easily, or do we just do this? There we go. Okay. So now if we do a run here, we go over here, we create 3 new events. We get, okay, cool. Broadcast is, we got event here. Okay, so our internal broadcaster works. That's beautiful because now we can actually like to do fork and exec when new event is seen optionally. There we go. Simple enough. Beautiful. Does Tokyo spawn return anything? You might want to save its result. Oh, I think it returns like a handle in case you want to await or close it, right? I think it does. Where's the spawn function? Yeah, it returns a join handle. It does, and I think you can call join on it. But I don't think there's any reason, because I just want to run this indefinitely, so I don't think there's any reason for me to capture the return of it. So that's why I'm not too worried about it, and it's not like it results that the compiler's not yelling at me, which is nice. It still doesn't like foo. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. You can put the format argument. Oh, it gives you DB sorting. That was, yes, I remember that now. If we do change it to DB, then UUID v7 is the way to go. I also, like, is there a chance of a collision if the milliseconds are the same? We can mess with that. I don't actually know. Like, I would be too worried about it. You can put the format arguments into the string you're formatting, by the way. Yeah. Format arguments into the string you're formatting. I'm not sure exactly what you mean. If you mean like this, like that syntax, I hate it. I hate it. I love printf style notation so much better. That's just a personal thing that I enjoy. So that's what I like better. All right. I think that's going to be it for me. Let's call it here tonight. Let's go ahead and, yeah, let's commit what we have. CLI support disk, reading events and startup, create event stream interface. Done. Look at that. That's amazing. We were able to change something. Wait, I have my example. I will wait for you, bad cop. I'm going to commit what we have right here. Commit day 4. There we go. Cool. So day 4 has been pushed up there. Beautiful. All right, bad cop, come on. I'm waiting. Curl -l hotdogstand.lol. Bad cop, you should totally add. Did you make reset? Did you actually make that? Maybe I made that up. Or is it /reset? Did you do a reset? I thought you told me you did. Oh, hey, look at that. yset.sh/theme. There we go. Let's brighten up those white colors. Yeah. What else was there? There was the one that we were messing with before. I think you should incorporate into your hot dog stand if you ever felt so inclined. You know, these beautiful little things or whatever it is. 94350. There we go. It's cursed. It will only affect certain terminals, but it might be fun to toss something awful like that into the party. All right. Let's pull up Bad Cop's example. I'm very curious what's going on here. There's no help message or anything, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull the source code down. Hi, chat. Here is what we have. A whole bunch of crap. So, if you... what a beautiful project name. Thank you. This is the bash stack, so like we don't need to look through this. We have this for Docker. None of this stuff was probably touched, so I'm not worried too much about this. I don't know what Nix is. I'm going to make so many people in my audience upset just by saying that. Cool. Yep, a lot of stuff here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So the stuff we care about, pages. Let's go in here. What do we have here? Event, events, and whatever. Cool. If there's no data for events, we touch it. Nice. You could just touch it every time. You know, you could just touch it every time, right? Like, you know, come on. Just do this. We will update the A time if it's set, but like, who cares? Or the M time. If request message post, then write that out and publish events. Cool. Events. Echo events. And, oh, this is the hint right here. This is the bash stack hint, the load bearing comment for SSE. And beautiful. Okay. So let's go down here. Let's actually run it. Pages, folders, no stuff you wrote. Yep, I figured. So can I, well, wait, can I run this on my actual machine or do I have to do it through Docker? Because I don't remember if I've never tested on my Mac, I don't think. I've always done it on a Linux VM. Do you think this is going to work on a Mac? Yeah, we don't have TCP server on here. Do we have that on Void? Oh, I don't know if I have a... I do have Brew. Brew sometimes takes a long time to install stuff, though. UCSBI-TCP. Let's do it. I'm on Void. Okay, wow. Please don't take a long time to run. Sometimes Brew just likes to upgrade everything, so... Yeah, I love Brew. It's like, let's just reinstall Ruby. It's like, sure, whatever, dude. All right, let's just let that run. And we have TCP server. Nice. Just to pour one out every time. Listening on port 3000. Okay, okay. Curl localhost 3000. Nice, we get that. Cool. Curl events. And we are listening for event. Now we can post an event, right? I forgot your source code. Hold on, let me look at this. I already forgot what the event posting looks like. We need event. That's it. Did you just take an event query parameter? Is that all it is? So if we curl -- JSON foo bar, and we turn that into localhost 3000 event. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing it show up here. Thank you, Bashtack. I don't know if it likes JSON. Okay. Sure. Oh, URL parameter. You're right. You're right. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is hilarious. Wait, so when I make a new event, it returns them all to me? It seems bad that it returns them all to me here when I post a new one. That's so funny. This is brutal. I love it. This is beautiful, backup. The only thing I notice is when I post a new event, it gives me like the whole file back. So I don't know what's going on with that, but that's hilarious, dude. Bashtack is awesome, man. You got SSE working like it was nothing, so I appreciate that. That's awesome, dude. Cat data events. Yeah, that's what's going on here. Why don't you just do this? Just give it back to the user. There we go. There we go. That looks way better. Just give it right back to the user. Look at flake parts. What's going on with flake? Or are you telling Bad Cop to look at something? It's not quite SSE, but it's a start. Yeah, that's very true. All right. Thank you, Bad Cop. That was beautiful. I'm going to call it here for tonight. We've already made some good changes here. I've pushed them up. That is beautiful. We'll have to come up with a good name for this software and stuff, but that's later down the road. We still have more stuff to do. in our to-do. So that is pretty cool. Maybe we'll work in the CLI next. Maybe we'll cache some events to the disk and read them in. That might be nice. And then we could probably clean up some of the code. So yeah, we got some work to do. But thank you everyone for tuning in. If you're watching on Twitch, you like what you see, hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, you should already be subscribed. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Super cool. I enjoy doing these streams. I think it's fun. And yeah, that's all I got from me. So have a good night, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I'm out. See you guys.